Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another live stream. It is a Monday, and it is officially the day when we are going to find out who are the new H3 crew members. You know, it's a good way to deal with a Monday, I suppose. What I get some tomatoes for? I'll take the apple, but hey, I'm what, like a minute early? Grumble, grumble. Um, Thank you for saving me. I'm pretty sure I was about to watch a garbage video. You really sat down, got your popcorn all ready, and you were like, "Oh, it's another AI video." Well, let me get this poll started, and then we will go through some great little goofs and gaffs to get our energy right for a Monday, and then we'll get into some Reddit posts and then a couple videos. Nothing too serious today, you know. We want to leave that for when we have a bit more energy. But yes, it is time. Let me put up this poll. This poll is who, so I had to word this the right way because it's complicated. Who are you certain is joining the H3 crew? So a lot of people have like their two guesses. So some people say like, oh, I think it's Rich and Harley. I think it's Rich and Gabe. I think it's Gabe and Harley. I think it's like there's a bunch of different. I think it's Keemstar and this person. You know, there's a bunch of different guesses that people have. So I've isolated a few individually, just four options that I think are the most probable, and that way you can choose which one you think is the top of your list. If you had to choose out of your two guesses who's at the top of your list out of these four, again, sorry, can't do like a 20 option poll. That's not how this works. Who are you certain is joining the H3 crew? Is it Harley Morenstein, Rich Lux, Uncle Gabe, or Alex the Fiction? I threw a wild card in there for you. Don't count him out. You never know. So let's start the poll. I don't know why they're saying Cam, but I'm not opposed. I think Cam is an interesting idea, but last I saw, Cam was in like, he was like going around the world, wasn't he? He was in India, I think, last. Last I saw, at least. What about Guam? I'm telling you, Guam, I think if we're going to decide out of the two, it would make more sense for Alex, just because like he's already been in studio once. Like the immediacy, I feel like the immediate nature of it, I think would makes a little bit more sense. No one vote Alex. Alex, I'm so happy for you. Captain, you weren't supposed to tell anyone. Hey, you just outed yourself. This is just a poll. Hot take, I enjoyed Captain's stream more than H3's last week. Damn, madman. You know, I really do appreciate that. Sometimes, you know, there's always hits and misses. One thing that threw me off is there was one day where the H3 podcast, I think it was just a glitch on YouTube, and it showed they only had like 80,000 views after the podcast ended, and I was like, that is like a lot lower than usual. And I think by now it's caught up, so I don't know if it was just a glitch with YouTube, but I don't know if that's the topics that they're choosing or if that was kind of like, I think that having the new crew members might have a heavier impact coming back from their vacation. Because I will say the first day, starting with like an interview style thing, it was very compelling, very interesting, but I could also see how some people might feel a little underwhelmed by the way that it was the way that they came back. But again, there's always more to come. Like they said, they've just barely come back. We got to give them time. It's both Alex the Fiction and Alex the Nonfiction. Oh, it's his alter ego. That's his I can't remember the characters from Fight Club. Tyler Durden, right? That's his Tyler Durden. I believe it. Not gonna lie, I get bored of the H3 stream sometimes because there's a lot of topics that I just don't care about. Most of the pop culture stuff. Yeah, I think that's kind of I mean, I think that's, I guess it's not the point, but that is like kind of an effect of doing, like, it's just an outcome of doing such long streams with like so many different topics. Because people love them, but yeah, it's like you either have to really like pick one topic and stick to it for the whole time, or you're kind of jumping around, and then you kind of worry about people leaving the retention time. Yeah, it was a very important interview and topic, but I'm here for the goofs and gaffes. It's like we need a mix. We need it. We need both of them. But here, let's get into the first thing for a Monday. Like I said, here's a little bear jumping into some water. This is how everybody should get into the week. You know, there are cold waters ahead of us, but jump in with strength, with resilience, and you too shall succeed. Yeah, I think it's totally fine if the podcast we love doesn't always perfectly entertain us. The imperfection is part of the charm. Trust them to follow their gut, I'd say. No, I think that's what I was kind of trying to say, I guess, is that they're going to run the show in the way that they think is best, and trying to, like, being too overwhelmed by audience capture and trying to appease like every individual that's watching is going to end up being worse. Like it'd make them worse off for sure. That's not a bear, that's a goddamn Sam Squanch. I believe it. Look at him. Beautiful animal. I can't tell if it's hairless. I'm thinking maybe. Also, the recent new crew members are beyond amazing and will help the show a lot. Yeah, I think the addition of Morgan and Tamara have definitely brought a new air to the show that it's not that, here's the like that's the thing is you it feels rude to be like, oh, it's gotten stale, because obviously it's like your tastes over time just change and you still appreciate the content, but you like people are saying, there might be certain topics that you're just kind of you've grown out of maybe. And I do think that having new people kind of it introduces new elements to the show that are at times needed. And I'm banned from top and all. Wait, what? You're just banned? I don't get it. Are you not showing up in chat? Alex playing RimWorld is my new addiction. Did you say anything other than that? It's possible. Here's some guys hitting some capoeira kicks. And I think I've spoken about this before, see? It's not just about your weight. It's not just about your physique. It's about your capabilities. Health is multifaceted. So check this one out. I don't know if I could play the audio. Is there music? There is. I love me some capoeira kicks. Yep. There's some videos I see where guys are like in the street and there will be like a dude playing the drums, and then there's guys doing these kicks, and then one of them accidentally knocks the other one out. I've seen it happen so many times. It's pretty funny. And the only reason it's funny is because you know they're committing to it. It's not like it's funny because they got knocked out. It's funny because you know that they're like, this is a risk that I'm taking. And just watching these kicks like this is pretty good too. It's truly impressive though. Look how close they're getting. It's a skill to master. I don't know how to feel about this. A rat on roller skates. Space Lope? Are they supposed to be like a... They're supposed to be an antelope? Is that it? I thought they were a rat. I guess they need the... They need the horns. Early Space Lope was not a vibe at all, if I'm being honest. He getting a little bit better with each year of progress, though. It's pretty cool to look back on these early builds and see how far I've come. Am I wrong, or does this not just look like a rat? Like, no offense. Impressive. I am impressed. I wonder if this person does derby. They're going a little hard. I saw those pushes. I'm more than 100% sure it's Harley and Rich. I mean, there is some evidence, and we'll get into it soon. But first, the Space Lope. I thought it was a rat. I mean, I don't know. Gone through many iterations, I suppose. Hey, have you ever seen someone rap about their AUDHD over a piece they composed? Sorry, I realize I've never read it out loud. Is it AUDHD or is it AUDHD? Either way, I have not seen someone rap about their AUDHD over a piece they composed. This is John Composes. Shout out.
The burden of having a superpower. Die Last, eine Superkraft zu haben. Das hat mich stummig bewegt. Nie можем pararlo. The burden of having a superpower. Die Last, eine Superkraft zu haben. Silencio, cabeza. No queremos hacerlo más.
If I had the budget, I could do this too. You had a, where was it? This one I thought was pretty good. I think it was in here. Is it just this? There was one with him talking about it. Him talking about Americana. He was talking about the state of America and the state of the world. It was interesting. Showing Auntie the classical piece I wrote.
You're so great! Look at you!
Gotta give my boy a follow. I just was not expecting him to all of a sudden switch up and start speaking different languages when I first saw it. I've got to be completely honest with you. It really just... I was like, whoa, what just happened? But here's switching between clamp slider and open string soloing on fretless guitar. People really just make anything. If you can imagine it, it's probably already been invented by somebody. But here we go. I guess he made this out of like dreams and tears. I don't know what it's actually made out of. It's truly an impressive piece. I'm gonna play it again in just a second, but this is another example of people just making stuff. Madman makes stuff. Good example. That was super cool, but I don't like when odd HD is called a superpower. Fair enough. My robot's first attempt at singing. Let's hear this one. Blackbird by My Robot. This is a horror movie. This is what you see like in the beginning of a horror movie when it's just like, oh, yeah, look, I've created this robot. Oh, and then it falls in love with him or something. It falls in love with him and starts eating people that he brings over. I believe it. And this song is just playing throughout the entire trailer. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't know if you could. He didn't make it look cuddly enough. If you're gonna make a robot, you have to make it look friendly. But what about these? Are these friendly enough? I can't play the music from this, so I thought I'll play this guitar again. I don't think it'll make sense. I don't think it'll sound that good and like work well, but I just can't play the audio, so. Oh, I can't do it. I have to do this. Oh, it does kind of work. There we go. See, it works perfectly. This is Puppets in Prague. I've been following them for a little bit. Pretty cool stuff. I've always liked puppeteering in different forms. But then I followed them first, and then I've seen this guy a bit, Wayne Whiteheart, and I guess for a minute I thought that it was like the same account. I didn't realize that it was different, but I guess he just kind of put some stuff together. The return of String Bean. Look for him at the International Bluegrass Festival in downtown Chattanooga today and tomorrow. This was 18 weeks ago, so it's not today and tomorrow. It was actually a while back. In Chattanooga.
Hey Daddy, look at String Bean. Well, hello, children. I've got some candy.
I think you'd have to tackle him, right? This is how fear is instilled in children. This is like the nightmare. This is what nightmares are bred upon. I'm never going back to Chattanooga because I'm afraid of running into this guy. This is so Chattanooga. Fair enough. You know, you make a good argument. That is a good point.
You want some candy, children?
No, I don't. Leave me alone. Now. And I guess this is the final Goof and Gaff that isn't on Instagram, but I saw it on Instagram first and I had to find the actual clip. So this is from Jeff FM. I think they're talking about clavicular. I'm assuming. Yeah, clavicular. So they're talking about clavicular. And Mike Majlak says this.
I'm new to the game.
And what's
you know?
the goal of mogging?
Just to be better looking than somebody.
It's for looks, physique, or style.
What's the definition? Pull it up. What's the definition of
Mogging
mog?
is internet slang for significantly outclassing or outperforming someone, especially in looks, physique, or style.
Oh yeah. No, sorry. I had a brain fart there.
Get mogged,
the term
bro.
mogging is so old. That's not a new term. Mogging is not only looks. I can't believe I'm just remembering this.
Are you? No.
Mogging is back to like the mogging's been around for ages.
I love that he's like, yo, mogging's been a thing forever. Yo, y'all don't remember? You guys don't remember mogging back in the day? Yo, you guys weren't on the mogging trend. No, this clavicular guy, he gets into it a bit more, but I'm just like, and then they ask him.
Can somebody bring up the advent of mogging, please?
It's an Urban Dictionary thing.
But from what year?
2019.
Yeah, dude. Mogging's,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, mogging's been around. I think the thing that
7 years old. It's a few, I mean, you know, it's close to a decade, I guess. That isn't ages, though. Mogging's been around forever. Mugging is when you drink from mugs. Mugging is when you rob somebody. I just got mugged.
he brought to the table was the looks maxing. I'm just not buying it. I think it's setting a poor precedent for these kids who are coming up who might not have that well-defined jaw or cheek structure because here's the thing. Some kid who is a 9.
Okay, he's wrong. These fact checkers can never get their information straight. I'm gonna let Mike run his course. But mogging emerged from AMOG, alpha male of the group, in the early 2000s internet manosphere, describing a superior dominant male, but gained mainstream traction around 2016 on forums like 4chan and exploded on TikTok in the early 2020s. So mogging has been around for ages. Mike was right. He's been on the 4chan. Here, check it out. We're in Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster Mog. To look or perform far better than someone else. What does Mog mean? Mog is a humorous internet slang term meaning to outclass, used especially to describe one person as appearing far more attractive than another. It was originally used to praise one man as being taller, more muscular, or more stereotypically handsome in direct comparison to another man. Related forms include mogger or moggy. Never be the moggy, always be the mogger. Where does mog come from? And yeah, then it talks about the whole AMOG thing. Come on, Jeff FM. Get your shit together, guys.
Because here's the thing. Some kid who is a 9 mogger, level 9 mogger.
Okay.
He's gonna get
We're gonna get some clips out of this one.
Yo, guys, shut up, let him spit.
Mike's going viral again.
Some kid who's a level 9 mogger is gonna get out-aura'd.
Who would you say is even a level 9 mogger?
By someone who has...
Yo, shut the fuck up, Jeff. Let him speak.
I'm gonna get out-aura'd
Who would you say is even a level 9 Mogger?
by someone who
Jeff pointed out that he wants to get the clip, but he keeps talking over him and it makes it worse. You know, he's right though. A Mogger, a level 9 Mogger is gonna get out-aura'd by who? What did he say?
has more motion.
Give me an
Does that
example.
make sense?
So if you have emotion, that's a high. You have. Okay, so you could be a Mogger, and you can Mog somebody that has motion. But if you have enough emotion, you have more aura than anybody that is Mogging. You know, I'm only going to be 25 this year, so at least it kind of is a little bit better coming from me. This is still like shit a 16-year-old would say. But like, how old's Mike? He's 41. He turned 41 a few days, like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, you just had your 41. He's now going through his midlife crisis. I guess it's been going on, right? Ever since the what if Mr. Beast joined Clout Gang? In another universe, Mr. Beast joined Clout Gang and he was Clout Beast. And he started dating Livy Dunn. Is that what he said? Is motion like mojo? Yeah, I think so. Motion, I'm pretty sure, is usually like getting money. Usually having motion means like you have connections, you're getting money, you have the in to certain, like, you know, aspects of life or whatever. You have that motion. You're able to keep things in motion. You're never stopped. You're never at a halt. Is 6'7" in the dictionary? Let's see. Six, 7 slang meaning. 6'7", a nonsensical expression connected to a song and a basketball player. Interesting. Yeah, I just want to hear, I want them to point out the actual song. Is it nonsensical expression? No. Yeah, it comes from Doot Doot 6'7" by rapper Skrilla. I just want... They don't have the line. It has 41 here too. It's an interjection. 6, 7, and 41 are both interjections. Interesting. But the line is, I just bipped right on the highway. Bip. 6, 7. It's my favorite thing about that song, and nobody cares about that. He goes, I just bipped right on the highway. Bip. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Google did not just do that. Google did not just do that. I need you to... Oh my god. Google, why? I just wanted I was gonna get the lyrics. Because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's a GTA. I'm pretty sure that's Grand Theft Auto. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just... the word bip has multiple meanings, so so unless Skrilla provides information, it's not possible to say with authority what he meant. Bipping is usually slang for breaking a car window. Usually, this is a petty crime with the intent to grab the valuables inside. But yeah, I guess that could work too if you're just stealing stuff out of the car. I don't know though, I guess. In Baltimore, bipping can mean something more stylish, smoothly, or doing something stylishly, smoothly, and fast. Okay. So that's what he's saying. I just bipped right on the highway. He's bipping. He's bipping up on the highway. Interesting. But yeah, 6, 7 is in the dictionary. But go on, Mike, please. Go on about this about the Moggers and the Moggies.
It's a 9.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Would you say Logan
I need you to reiterate, please.
is a level 9 Mogger?
I don't know. Maybe that might not even be the worst idea of a level 9 Mogger. I would say you used to be. Now you're like a 7.
I got 2 points knocked off. Damn, I'll take it.
But like maybe like an Alordi is a 10.
Yeah,
a level
yeah,
10
okay,
Mogger. I mean,
10.
what is he? 6'12"?
Yeah,
that kid
yeah.
is a fucking. He's a.
Yeah.
Like he would mog the shit.
I saw because that's that was who was in Jacob Elordi was who was in the new Frankenstein movie, and I think it was Stavros said it, and he said it best. He was like, there's some freakish 7 foot tall guy who is like, they're finally making a Frankenstein movie, it can be me. Finally I'm gonna get my big break. And then they got fucking Jacob Elordi to do it. And honestly, it never, a truer statement's never been uttered. You know, he would. There's someone out there, you know it. Yeah, Derek Mears. That's it, right? No, it's not Derek Mears. What's his name? Michael Berryman. Oh my god. I don't know why that was so hard. Michael Berryman. Great actor. But again, this is what we're talking about with being typecast. Sometimes you have to be typecast into these specific roles. Michael Berryman understands that, and he fits the character actor like archetype. You know, he does it in so many different ways. Great man. And they've taken a role from the new Michael Berryman, wherever he may be out there in the world, and gave the role to Jacob Elordi. Jeff is still a 9. See, he's not a Mogger though, because you can tell that he's insecure. Ever since that accident, you know that he's a bit more insecure, so he isn't trying to put up the front about his attractiveness. You know, or it's not even a front necessarily when you're attractive, but you get what I'm saying. He's not trying to like lay it on more heavily because he's like somewhat insecure about the accident that happened. He doesn't need to be. Beautiful man. But it's something to think about.
Shit out of clavicular.
I wouldn't even want to be in the same room as him.
So, but what I'm saying, what I'm saying to you is this: you will always get.
Got to start smoking meth, Jeff. If you want to get on clavicular's level, you got to. It's the only way out.
Outdone by someone who has energy, who has the right energy,
who has the right energy, has the right motion.
Talk well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you can't mog your way into a positive outcome.
Okay.
I think you can.
I feel like you're just giving reasons why you can't mom.
You're just kind of salty, bro.
Maybe I am.
Bro, it's the worst. It's the worst.
But here's
you can't
the thing.
figure it out.
No, but here's the thing. You might be right. But if you put me in a environment where I have to have a specific outcome, and you put me up against clavicular and what's another heavy mogger? What's the kid's name from Face that was with Face? Motion them.
No. With what? What are you going to do?
Talking and energy.
About what? Burgers?
It doesn't matter.
About what? Burgers? No, it is so. I mean, I understand what he's trying to say. I mean, but you have to remember, Mike. How old are clavicular age? He's like 19 or 20, isn't he? He's 20 years old. How old is Marlon? FaZe Marlon. He's 24. Jeff, you're 41. You should have more motion than these 20-year-olds. You should be able to do business at a higher level, at a higher clip than these online moggers. Like it's I don't know why he's arguing this point even. Like we get it. Yes, if you were doing a business deal, you would probably end up with the better outcome in that business deal. We know, Mike, you're 40. You're literally 41 years old. What are you talking about? Like, this kind of is just, he's a little bit upset. He is just a little bit upset. You know, he was never he was never the top of the barrel, but he's mad about he was never a mogger, but now he's a heavy moggy. He knew about mogging before it was cool, but he never capitalized on it. That's the problem. Clavicular looks like what a 13-year-old thinks will look good when they are 25. Well, I mean, I saw a clip of him. I don't know if they were just joking, but him and his friend talking about girls that you bring to the island stuff, something like that. Crazy stuff, but I know you're talking about someone wanting to clavicular is also if you don't add streamer to the end, it just brings up it is just funny too. It just brings up collarbones, but like he just looks young. I get that's why he's smoking meth, I guess. Like he wants the gaunt look. He wants more defined cheekbones and jaw. But it's like, bro, you're 20 years old. You still have a baby face. Like, I get it'll go. I mean, if you keep smoking meth, the baby face will go away. I will say that. That is true. He is right about that part, I guess.
Why not? Would you say who do you think bats further out of their league in life? In girls, in every part of
We're not talking about batting. We're talking about mogging.
Okay, so there's no outcome. It's just I mogged you.
That's it.
Oh, sorry.
There's no way around it. No
It's not
money,
like
no
pussy
financial.
or-
Like like you can't have none of that. You just got to be there.
Look at the Rizzler. The Rizzler's mogging everybody. All you have to do is hit him with the face. They're like, I got more. See, and Jeff just pointed it out so perfectly. This is such a fucking stupid conversation we're going on right now. Jeff described it perfectly though. It doesn't matter how much money you have, what car you drive, how many girls you get. You just got mogged, pussy. What is? No, it's. It's so stupid. I love it so much. I love it so much. It's so stupid. That literally is it though. That is the whole point. It doesn't matter what you do, you just got mogged. Get fucked. It sucks. Sucks to suck. Oh, I'm sorry. That actually I crack myself up, folks. I'm so funny.
Oh, then Marlon and Clavicular will mog me every day of the week. I couldn't mog with them any day.
End
of
the conversation.
Mog with them.
No, I could never mog
Going out like, yo, can I come mog with you guys?
Who's even on the same? Who's even on the same mogging level as me, bro?
You're at the bottom.
No, that's not true. I think he mog rated me one time.
I'd give you like a 6'5".
He went way low. Some professor of mogging gave me, I think, like a 4.3 one time or something like that.
Yeah, was it like not even the main guy that gives the ratings? It was like
I think he was doing it for clout, dude.
Yeah,
Because if I look
probably.
that much like Pablo Schreiber, dude, he's not bad looking.
Who's that?
Den of Thieves.
All right, real quick, today's episode sponsored by.
Thank you guys. Thank you for that. Yeah, the professor of mogging. I give you like a 6.7. I give you like a 6.7. I thought he was gonna say it as soon as he said 6. I was like, oh my god, if he literally does that in this conversation about mogging. I thought this was funny too. I honestly I was not keyed in on this at all. This whole I already forgot the guy's name. Wow, oh my god. This is so embarrassing. I saw some more information came out about the people who tried to cancel him. It was big on live stream fails. One sec. Let me just go to hot right now. Why can't I remember his name? Oh no. No. Whatever. I don't care enough because I don't follow Marvel Rivals. Kingsman, that's it. Thank you. Yes, Kingsman, Mogs, everyone here. Thank you. Kingsman. Great movie. Kingsman, the Twitch streamer Kingsman got kicked out of the $40,000 Marvel Rivals tournament for telling teammate to switch off Black Widow. So I'm not going to get into this topic, obviously. People have talked about it enough, and I don't necessarily care about it or know that much about it, as I've just proven by forgetting the guy's name. But I do think that it's interesting that this became such a big topic right after Stale 2000 made his whole video and did his whole spiel about we need more gaming to come back to live stream fails. We need more interesting gaming topics and stuff. And it's like, bro, you got to just ride the waves until something happens. You know, something will come in the news, and then you got to, like, you know, maybe pin it to the top. Be like, oh, this is big gaming news. Oh, what is this? You know, maybe like you try and boost it in some kind of way. I don't know. It's just like, I do just find it so funny that a big gaming controversy happens right after this dude gets kicked, gets banned after complaining about everything. I'm looking forward to Lus' interview with Stale 2000. Did he say he's doing a full interview? I watched the video where they where they were emailing back and forth. Are they going to do a full interview together? A lawyer talks to a Redditor. You're such a CC captain. You know I am. I think I'm more of a caca. How about a dodo? Doo-doo? When Les got... He's saying when he gets better, he's going to do it. But yeah, I don't want to like talk about this too much, just because I mean we've talked about all of this ad nauseum.
That is like I could just destroy Charlie by doing this. Oh shit! Like, do I do this? To destroy Charlie. That is like.
I also love up here. Don't become a lol cow. Hint. Too late. He's right. Prepared to zone out here. I zoned out H3 on this. You're talking about this topic specifically? Mama Max code. Okay, we do have the episode up for today. Live in 76 minutes. H3 show number 227. Wow. But yes, we are going to move swiftly along from that. I just thought that was funny. A little cliff note to add on there, that he got banned after wanting to, like, in some way bring back gaming to LSF. But now we're talking about Kanye West takes out a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal to issue an apology. And I want to read this full apology for everybody, because here's the thing. If you've dealt with people in your life that have mental illness, people that have gone through manic episodes, or, you know, had, you know, basically acted in ways that were improper and abject to society and living a cohesive lifestyle. You want to be able to bring them back to clarity, allow them to come back and apologize and try, at least attempt to make amends for the wrongs that they have done. Because it's not a justification that this person has a mental illness, but it is an explanation that should be considered in their following responses. This is like his 5th apology. I mean, hey, he is apology maxing. That is true. Ye has CTE. I guess that's the basic idea, but here, I'll read through it. So, 25 years ago, I was in a car accident that broke my jaw and caused injury to my right frontal lobe of my brain. At the time, the focus was on the visible damage, the fracture, the swelling, and the immediate physical trauma. The deeper injury, the one inside my hams, were limited, and the possibility of a frontal lobe injury was never raised. It wasn't properly diagnosed until 2023. That medical oversight caused serious damage to my mental health and led to my bipolar type 1 diagnosis. Bipolar disorder comes with its own defense system. Denial. When you're manic, you don't think you're sick. You think everyone else is overreacting. You feel like you're seeing the world more clearly than ever, when in reality, you're losing your grip entirely. Once people label you as crazy, you feel as if you cannot contribute anything meaningful to the world. It's easy for people to joke and laugh it off when, in fact, this is a very serious, debilitating disease you can die from. According to the World Health Organization and Cambridge University, people with bipolar disorder have a life expectancy that is shortened by 10 to 15 years on average and a 2 to 3 times higher all-cause mortality rate than the general population. This is on par with severe heart disease, type 1 diabetes, HIV, and cancer, all lethal and fatal if left untreated. The scariest thing about this disorder is how persuasive it is when it tells you you don't need help. It makes you blind, but convinced you have insight, you feel powerful, certain, or unstoppable. And again, I don't think people should be reading this as like him trying to... It gets more into the actual apology part towards the end. This, I think he's just trying to give context for everything that he's been going through. And I do think that people are more willing to brush off mental illness when there are these like these factors at play that need to be considered if we want to move into like a more progressive society. But he continues, I lost touch with reality. Things got worse the longer I ignored the problem. I said and did things I deeply regret. Some of the people I love the most, I treated the worst. You endured fear, confusion, humiliation, and the exhaustion of trying to love someone who was, at times, unrecognizable. Looking back, I became detached from my true self. In that fractured state, I gravitated towards the most destructive symbol I could find, the swastika, and even sold t-shirts bearing it. Some of the difficult aspects of having bipolar type 1 are the disconnected moments, many of which I still cannot recall that led to poor judgment and reckless behavior that oftentimes feels like an out-of-body experience. I regret and am deeply mortified by my actions in that state and am committed to accountability, treatment, and meaningful change. It does not excuse what I did. Though. I am not a Nazi or an anti-Semite. I love Jewish people. To the Black community, which held me down through all of my highs and lows, who I am. I am so sorry to have let you down. I love us. In early 2025, I fell into a 4-month-long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior that destroyed my life. As the situation became increasingly unsustainable, there were times I didn't want to be here anymore. Having bipolar disorder is not a state of constant mental illness. When you go into a manic episode, you are ill at that point. When you are not in an episode, you are completely, quote-unquote, normal. And that's when the wreckage from the illness hits the hardest. Hitting rock bottom a few months ago, my wife encouraged me to finally get help. I have found comfort in Reddit forums of all places. Oh no, he's gone back to the Reddit forums. It does sound like he's using Reddit in the way that Reddit should be used, though, because Reddit does have some good communities in it, and I think that people associate it too much with like places like 4chan. There are definitely some nefarious entities within the platform, but I think you could probably say that about any platform. But he goes on, different people speak of being in manic or depressive episodes of a similar nature. I read their stories and realized that I was not alone. It's not just me who ruins their entire life once a year despite taking meds every day and being told by the so-called best doctors in the world that I'm not bipolar, but merely experiencing quote-unquote symptoms of autism. My words as a leader in my community have real global impact and influence. In my mania, I lost complete sight of that. As I find my new baseline and new center through an effective regime, let me just restart. Sorry, I guess you can use regime in that there. I guess I wouldn't use it there, but he's a better writer than me. As I found my new baseline and new center through an effective regime of medication, therapy, exercise, and clean living, I have newfound much needed clarity. I am pouring my energy into positive, meaningful art, music, clothing, design, and other new ideas to help the world. I am not asking for sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness. I write today simply to ask for your patience and understanding as I find my way home. Guy wrote Graduation. He must have rewatched Superbad. It happened again. It hit him one last time. Well, I mean, honestly, we can joke about him, how many times he's made an apology, but I think that probably speaks to the fact that he probably does feel some type of way about the way, about his actions over that period. And it does, we should at least appreciate that he is fully denouncing the actions that he took prior. I did think it was interesting. I went on his Instagram and Twitter, and all he has are just like, I don't think I can show them on YouTube, obviously, but they were like advertisements for his wife. I forget what her name is. Yeah, it's Kanye. Oh yeah, I forgot Dave Blunt's helped write the Heil Hitler song. Dave Blunt's helped write that. This guy. You guys know Dave Blunt's? I'm looking to see if he made any statements about that specifically. And again, I mean, we can critique every individual statement that he made, but like he's saying, he's trying to make the effort, so give it the time, and if he all of a sudden backtracks, then we know it was all for naught, but hey, I'm trying to listen to Graduation. I unironically cannot stand fucking Dave Blunt's. You can't stand fucking Dave Blunt's? I know Nikki Blonsky. I don't know who that is. Oh, from Hairspray. I do know who that is. Did she also help write the Heil Hitler song? She didn't. She didn't. Yeah, it looks like he hasn't made any specific statements about the Heil Hitler song specifically, and it's more been the broader statements about anti-Semitism. Which, I mean, again, I think is fair. She's a trip. Why? What'd she do? What's she up to? Is she an anti-Semite? Piers Morgan cancels his Sneeko interview and then roasts him on Twitter. So Sneeko said, Piers Morgan just canceled our debate today. He probably realized using his platform to run cover for Israel and push genocide is not comparable to enjoying to an edgy song. What? Oh, just I guess he means enjoying an edgy song. He was shaking while he tweeted this. Couldn't get the words out right. And Piers Morgan said, no, I wasn't aware we'd booked you as I was in hospital with a broken hip. And when I heard, I decided I've endured enough pain recently without adding your juvenile Hitler celebrating bullshit to stuff I need meds for. I do like that everybody just makes it about Israel. It always goes back to Israel. And again, we can have the conversation about what do you think should happen to Israel, but it's like the conversation needs to be had, not just tear it down, destroy it, open the borders. They need to they need to hang that Netanyahu in the street today. It's like, even if you think that he does, like, even if that's like your claim that he needs to be executed for his war crimes, that's probably an argument you could make. But just saying it in such like a verbose way is definitely not pushing the line anywhere, really. Captain, have you seen the recent controversy about Miss Rachel and the comments she liked? No, I have not. Miss Rachel, no. What did you do? None of these have an image. Hi, Miss Rachel. Just wanted to let you know there's a comment under your latest post that says Free America from the Jews that says liked by the author. I'm sure that's an accident, so wanted to let you know. Deleted. How horrible. Oh, wait, let me check. I did delete one like that. Yeah, I believe I deleted that earlier, right after I saw it. I hate anti-Semitism. So that was her response. I'm kind of willing to give her a pass, purely because I doubt Miss Rachel would be that blatantly anti-Semitic, even if she was. Oh, okay, and then the person responded again, saying, I misunderstood a comment and thought it said that the author of an anti-Semitic comment liked the comment, not me. So I pinned it because I thought I didn't like the comment in the first place. I thought maybe it explained that part doesn't explain the situation at all. Who put this out? Thought it said that the author of the anti-Semitic comment liked the comment, not me. Oh, okay. Miss Rachel's saying she thought that they liked their own comment. So I pinned it because I thought I didn't like the comment in the first place. I thought maybe it explained the situation. I said, they liked their own comment, not me. I asked my team if author liked meant the author of the comment or me, author of post. I don't know if I believe you, Miss Rachel. You see the fucking heart that's pink. I mean, I guess. She's super wholesome, but like that is such a huge flub to not understand. You're missing the timeline here, Captain. I mean, if she's already like made an apology for it, do I need to go back and like grill her on previous statements? Sorry, I jumped the gun here. Miss Rachel doesn't know the internet. She's too busy teaching babies. Fair enough. Well, that's what I'm saying, is all I'm seeing is this. So I guess could I go to Miss Rachel Instagram? One second. From a just as a post. I need to move slower. I made mistakes and misunderstood because I'm human. Yeah, she can get a one-time pass. After that, she's in hot water. I think that's kind of like the way we gotta go about it, right? It's like you don't want to jump on people at every moment for misunderstandings, but at this point you understand, so it's like you can't really make a claim after this point, I'd say. I'm wondering what post it was on. I don't know, she kind of sticks her foot in the doo-doo a lot. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know she got hate for a while just because she was doing stuff with Palestinian children, and people were making it, like, people were just making a lot of weird comments about different stuff. I don't know. At least she didn't shit on herself like shit on her homie like Blippi did, you know? Although, is that better or worse than anti-Semitism? It's a good question. At least they're keeping that in the confines of their own home. Miss Rachel out here battling AI demons and Nasias on the Twitter space filled with grok. She interviewed someone who was part of Hamas, which is why she was being called anti-Semitic, and so this is probably what upsetting people. I don't know. Oh, this. How did she do that? I'm not seeing anything like that. Where did you get that information? I'm not gonna say it's not true, but Miss Rachel is supposed to be interviewing Blippi. Yeah, I'm not seeing that she interviewed anyone from Hamas. I don't know about that. And I think that's that's kind of the point I'm making, that I feel like some people are just jumping on her. Like, I'd need to see the actual interview itself. Ask ChatGPT. Well, the AI overview said that it's not true, but I was like, let me look and see if there's any articles talking about it. But I couldn't find any articles. All I saw was articles talking about her being anti-Semitic, with most of them just pointing to that new thing. But I'd assume at least one of them would be like interview, like, you know what I mean? Like after interviewing Hamas member. I don't know. Man, my autocorrect messed up. The text being read aloud is so embarrassing. No, don't worry about it. It's okay. Was it maybe on this post that it happened? Who are the celebrities that have spoken up about Gaza? Need info for a project. Thanks so much. Because that's the other part too, is she doesn't, from what I've seen at least, she doesn't seem to really speak about Palestine, like Palestine as a whole, like as a country, as an entity. She seems to kind of be focused on the Gazan children as kind of the focus I've seen at least. Hey, just keep your little ones from watching Blippi, and I think everything will be okay. Or the new Blippi's fine, right? That's the whole thing. New Blippi's just chilling, not shitting on his friend. It's just a bunch of out of context disinformation on Miss Rachel trying to smear the stance Miss Rachel has. It's the same as Ethan, so they don't like that on Twitter. Yeah, and I think it's a good case of seeing it happen on both sides, where there are some people that really do think that if you support Gazans in any way, that you're like supporting Hamas and you're doing this, and then people like Hassan conflate themselves like with people like Miss Rachel, and it's just like, you're not in the same boat. You actually are in support of Hamas. But I mean, I haven't seen Miss Rachel. If she said something like that, I'd like to see. I'm not gonna say Miss Rachel isn't anti-Semitic. I don't know. But anyways, I do think that it's good. Like I said, like I was saying about Kanye, we gotta let people take accountability. No, Blippi is king. Clayton is king. But here, XQC says Asmongold is making she was asking for it level arguments. And honestly, you don't see a good take from XQC every day, or at all, really. So it's nice to see at least one.
To do. And at the end of the day, if he had complied with the police, if he didn't have the gun with him...
Oh my god, why is it always so quiet?
Like, there is a much higher... to do.
Reddit, get your stuff together. Turn that gain up.
And at the end of the day, if he had complied with the police, if he didn't have the gun with him, like, there is a much higher probability that he wouldn't have been shot. There is. Like, it's undeniable.
Whoa.
And at the end of the day, if he had complied with the police, if he didn't have the gun with him, like, there is a much higher probability that he wouldn't have been shot.
Oh my god, what year is this? Are we gonna do the, oh my god. So we're gonna do the, this girl came home from the club. If she wasn't coming home from the club and wasn't wearing that one skirt, I mean, the likeness that this wouldn't have happened. Yo, really? What year?
Like, I know XQC is a Canadian, so he isn't thinking about it on this level either. Asmongold is literally a conservative American. Do you not believe in gun rights? He had his gun in his holster. I watched all of the different angles. I've seen all of the different angles. This man was executed on the ground after his gun was removed from his holster. He had a gun in his holster. They call out gun, remove the gun, and then shoot him in the back like 5 times. Like, this is just a public execution. This is not anything less than that. It's insane. And to be like, well, maybe he shouldn't have had the gun there. This is fucking America. This is the only place where you are allowed to have a gun. He was disarmed. He wasn't armed. He wasn't even armed to begin with. He had it on his person, but I guess that is. No, exactly. It's the same as like as any type of Yeah, if he shouldn't have had the gun, then we shouldn't have a Second Amendment. Exactly. It's like that's what you're arguing for, is that we shouldn't have the Second Amendment, and you shouldn't have, because he was a legal gun owner. By all the information available, he was a legal gun owner who had it in his holster. He had it holstered. He had it stripped from him by federal agents and then was shot multiple times in the back. Last time I checked, isn't shooting somebody in the back like fucking like super elite? Like, isn't that like one of the like main criteria for whether or not you had justifiable means to open fire? I understand that the police just get to do whatever the police and the feds just get to do whatever the fuck they want, but like, it's insane. It's literally insane. Yeah, that's when everybody's going to start caring, as soon as Trump starts trying to take away guns, as soon as they start restricting gun rights. But I guess dumbasses beforehand probably won't care. They'll think that, oh, they're only going to get rid of the bad guns. We need to get rid of all the bad guns. And it's like, I guess we'll see. Either guns are good or guns are bad. It's hard to argue about good or bad guns. I'd say less guns is good. Just, it's insane. Let's see if he says anything else important here, or if he just keeps going like, oh, is that what we're gonna do? Is that what we're gonna? You know what's funny? It's hard to do the way that he speaks because he stammers so much. Like, I'm a person who stammers a lot already. I feel like if he slowed down, he wouldn't stammer as much.
Here's this. What year is this? Don't give me this shit where it's like, oh, dude, if you didn't do this, you did. Yes, this normally applies. But otherwise, it's like some victim blaming shit. It's literally some girl coming home from the club shit. It's a bad take.
I am. This seems pretty cut and dry that they fucked up. Now, I'm not, you know, we need to wait for the body cam, and that way we'll really know. But right now, it sure seems like they fucked up.
Man. Any
But
CCL course walk
it would have never happened if you didn't do that.
Have a gun and are
That's true.
confronted by police.
Then don't park your car in LA. Then don't fucking don't
wear a watch outside. That's basically the argument. It's, well, okay. So you walk down the street with a Rolex and you just expect yourself to not get robbed? But I guess it's different when it's the police, right? So you own a business and you don't expect to get extorted? I don't understand.
wear a nice shirt outside. Then fucking don't pull out your phone when you're in an impoverished area. Like, come on, man. It's not a good take. It's not a good take. It's just like.
Asmund do be slurping up feds. That is true. Hassan Piker condemns the Democrats during his visit to Alex Preddy's memorial. Like, you can talk about the legitimacy of calling out democratic policies. That's completely valid. A time and a place is probably the best argument against this, because, like, what are you doing? Yeah, so this shit would have happened anyways. Well, you know, this shit would have happened regardless. Fucking Democrats do this shit too. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth, though.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here in Minneapolis, in our city. I am Palestinian American. I'm sure you're aware of MEpearl, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So we're one of the leading independent media outlets in this country.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's quite devastating to see these kind of military-style tactics being brought to our city here.
Yeah.
And as a Palestinian who lived under Israeli occupation, all of these things that I've seen feel all too familiar.
Yes.
Do you agree?
I do agree, yes.
All right, I think one of the main things I've heard from people is this would have never happened if, you know, Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris were president right now. Top cop Kamala. So what do you have to say about Democrats, considering that the Biden administration built the cages for children?
Honestly, a lot of Democrats like to say, oh, this kind of violence, police brutality would never happen if a Democrat was elected.
It's not that no police brutality would happen. Again, there's a time and a place to critique democratic policy. It is not at the memorial of a man who was just killed by the current administration and by their policies, by the enforcement that they have enacted. You cannot just go yeah, same thing's gonna happen. Like, what? Like, it's just, things will still happen, but not at this degree. Like, not to this degree. It'll definitely be to a lesser extent. And isn't that the whole point of, like, the lesser evil voting? Like, all that. Like, it's just so fucking ridiculous. I don't get it.
And that's obviously not the case, considering that police violence never really stopped in the Democratic Party. I mean, people don't remember, but Black Lives Matter initially started at Ferguson, and that was under Barack Obama. And at the time, a lot of Democrats were not very fond of Black Lives Matter as a protest movement, as a street movement. And I want to believe that sentiment, that Democrats are going to be different, but unfortunately, they're...
Like, I love when Hassan says shit like this, because it's not as egregious as, like, the conservative argument that, like, or the Republican argument that, like, Democrats are actually the ones that were in favor of the Democrats are actually the ones that started the Union, or started the Confederacy. The Confederacy was all the Democrats. You know that, right? All those slave owners, those were all Dems. Those were all a bunch of Dems. But you didn't know that part, huh? It's just like, obviously there has been change over time. You're talking about the Obama administration. Think about how long ago that was. There's obviously been change in public sentiment. Hassan is clairvoyant and can see alternate realities. Hassan is clairvoyant, except he can't see the future. He can only see the past. And then just keeps complaining about stuff.
They're not showing that right now. It's always too little, too late. It's always, oh, maybe ICE is fine, but we don't want to fund ICE in this current version of ICE. Never abolish ICE.
What the fuck are you talking about? That's quite literally like, oh my God, he's such a fuck. You know what you... First of all, even if you have the want to wholly abolish ICE, you would not just go for that as your, like, immediate, like the immediate thing that you would be voting for and be like, hey, we're voting on whether or not ICE should be abolished, because you know that's just never gonna pass. That's quite literally what you should be trying to do is weaning, like, like you're basically cutting away at ICE slowly. You're slowly removing things and shrinking the department as a whole, and until you can maybe find like that it is a redundant like agency, and then get rid of it or whatever. Like, it's just like it's just so, like, you have to whittle away at things first. You can't chop a tree down in one fucking swing. We are not like, it's not that simple. Defund ICE. Yes, we need to. Well, and that's the thing, right? It is that literal, it's that concept, right? Defund the police is not saying remove the police. We should defund ICE. We shouldn't be putting as much funding into it and giving these people $50,000 bonuses to join. And even though, what's weird is it's like certain people in certain states are making like hundreds of thousands of dollars as ICE agents, but then fucking the border states are making less, like, considerably. And it's just like, is that okay to, like, it's just fucking, it's so weird the ways that we're handling this, because it's clearly just ideological and has nothing to do with actual like that's the thing, is it's about this being done for ideological means and the ways in which they're being done, not just going, oh, well, see, this is what happens when ICE exists. This is what happens when we have immigration and customs enforcement at all. And we should all have like idealistic hopes, but we should recognize that those ideals are ideals. They are never going to be recognized. And like, at least like in like a democratic society, in a democracy, there are going to be things that you believe in that get voted against. And we do kind of have to live with that on some level. But it's about trying to figure out ways that we can, you know, meet in the middle. That's the whole point, is meet in the middle and try and bring people over to actually enact change in the most like progressive way. Because even if you're a conservative, the last thing you want is regression. You don't want things to get worse. Like, you want to retain, but then if you can explain in ways in which that those like the things that they're wanting, you know, economically or socially aren't going to like retain stable forever, then that would be a way to like move people onto your side. If you're able to actually like, it's just so weird because like I'm saying, this guy was like, they did a public execution on this guy and he wants to talk about fucking Democrats. It's like a time and a place. But I guess we should just be going, see what happens, remove it, get rid of ICE. I mean, it's just it's as simplistic as saying just open the borders of Israel and Palestine. Just open the borders up. Just make it one nation, one state. It's like, you think you could just do that overnight? You think that makes sense in any way? Yeah, they cut Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, housing assistance, cancer research, and a bunch of other really important stuff in order to arm and fund these criminals. And again, it's like, and think about like in terms of like where it's just all just so like, I just don't get it, what this whole point is. Maybe Hassan just never wants to talk about what's actually happening. Or I don't know. I guess he does. He just loves shitting on Democrats, because I guess he did shit on Biden a lot. Because I was going to say he didn't do as much shitting on Biden, but he did. He did shit on Biden a lot. And it's not to say that there wasn't a lot of stuff to criticize Biden for, but it's just like, I truly think that Hassan's like of Trump, like as a person, like I feel like, and obviously he doesn't like the things that he's done. I'm not accusing him of that, but I'm saying I think that Hassan truly does just think that Trump is funny and cool, like in some way. He's just a funny guy that he's like willing to give it a pass more for some reason. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe does he find it redundant? Like, I don't know.
And some Democrats do say that, but there's obviously not enough momentum in the national party. They're not listening to the demands of the population, just like they spent 2 years refusing to reckon with the crimes of genocide in Gaza, and even to this day still have the audacity to bring that up as a gotcha when they say, oh, well, you should have voted for us, even in spite of the genocide. And it's kind of
You know, Hassan should just go, well, Trump at least got a ceasefire. That's what you should say, right? Well, would Kamala have gotten a ceasefire? Would she have gotten a ceasefire, huh?
Ta-Nehisi Coates famously said, a party that doesn't care about genocide doesn't care about defending democracy either. And we're kind of seeing that right now, because the theoretical democratic process in America is currently being undermined in broad daylight. I mean,
that's okay. Thank you for being here.
The current democratic process that we've had a lot of issues with it already, right, historically. Like you say, we never had a true proletarian democracy, and I agree with that. But right now, we are very clearly moving in the direction of fascism. We're in the waters of fascism. And yet, Democrats are not presenting a strong opposition that they really have to.
Are you like, bro, are you this dense? You are fighting against it. You are literally, there is somewhat of like a consistent push against ICE, again, like, I don't get what he's talking about. Like, there have been a lot of Democratic politicians who have spoken out against ICE, like across the country. It's like, I just don't fucking get it. What is he talking about?
They want to preserve what remains of the theoretical democracy in America. They have to put a better fight. They have to put a stronger opposition up against the Republicans, and they're not doing it.
A stronger opposition how? What are you talking about? Give some actual substance and actually explain in which ways we can enact change. Stop just saying they need to try harder. You know, I think that everybody wants things to be different, but they're not willing to really do the legwork to get it done. What are you talking about? What are you saying?
So I want to believe that Democrats will be different, but they won't let me believe that Democrats are different because I can't help but notice their inaction, and it's very frustrating.
Well, I think a lot of people saw that picture of that toddler Liam who's in preschool, and they thought this would never happen to Kamala. But I always bring up the fact that the Biden administration and the Obama administration built the cages for immigrant children.
Yeah, I mean that's something that Donald.
Oh my God, guys. Please go around and just start talking about it. I would love to watch you guys get shit on, dogged on by all of the people here if you went around talking about this with other people. I don't know though. Maybe some of them would just like sit idly by and let you guys spout off like this. This is crazy. Like, it's just, oh my God.
Donald Trump loved bringing up all the time. I was very much against Barack Obama's deportation policies. I mean, Tom Homan was the person that was conducting it. Even back then, Barack Obama gave him a medal. And now we know Tom Homan is a villain, but I mean, even back then he was a villain. He was doing the same exact stuff. Maybe not the same exact stuff, to be fair. It's always building on top of one another. The problem with the Democratic Party is that they play a role in ratcheting. They play a role in basically ratcheting and normalizing the violence of the preceding Republican administration. The Republicans come in, they fuck everything up, they move further and further in the direction of fascism, and then oftentimes Democrats don't pull it back, don't scale it back. They end up normalizing it. And that's what's really frustrating, and I hope that there are more people out there, there are more fighters out there in the Democratic Party who will put up a stronger opposition against the Republicans, because otherwise we have no one. And that's just chaos. Of course.
All Hassan cares about is Israel. Everything else is meaningless to him. It's so odd. Because, like, yeah, you can, like, again, we can talk about the policies in the Democrats put in place and the ways that they need to be different. But to act as if those policies are not better than the ones that are in place right now, with the administration that has been put in place, it's just, like, completely ridiculous. But now we can move on from that and get into the fun stuff for the end of the stream. 30 minutes until they're supposed to go live, right? Or they have a title yet? America is fucked, so they're going to talk about it today. This is important. Ethan's been posting about it a lot on his story. And like I said, I've seen all of the different angles, and it is impossible to say that this guy was resisting. They had him on his knees, his hands in his knees, pushing him down, like 4 or 5 people. They remove his firearm. His hands the whole time are like at his face, basically. They don't even like go under, go tucked or anything. They're like here the whole time. And then get shot in the back like 5 times. Would one not have been enough? Even if you did think that he was resisting and about to open fire on your fellow agents, wouldn't one do enough? Like, it just seems like what? Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Because you'd see him like immediately react to getting shot. Like, it's not like it's a. And everything they say, yeah, just doesn't make any sense, because they don't. A lot of them aren't even saying that he resisted. They just said that he had the gun, and that's like the main argument they're using. Well, he had a gun, like Asmongold. Well, if he didn't have a gun, it was 11 times. Yeah, because they already had him pepper sprayed too. Like, I completely forgot about that part. They already had him pepper sprayed. They were interacting with him prior, seeing that he just had the phone in his hands. So audio forensics concluded that 10 shots were fired in less than 5 seconds from this thing I'm seeing. I mean, regardless, I think anything over 1 is probably, maybe 2, maybe 2 shots because you were panicking. But like, did you literally fucking empty your magazine on him? Like, did you literally mag dump on this guy that was literally on the ground? Fucking insane, like actual insanity. What have we wanted Goofs and Gaffes today? We wanted to talk about the new crew members. What's happening? We wanted to have fun. It's just like, it is such a important story to talk about. Oh, thumbnail change immediately. I think this one's probably better. Show him at his high point, not in his death, to be fair. Yeah, I'm letting myself cry over this, as I'm the same age as the past 2 people killed, and it's just like we just got our lives started. Yeah, and like especially with him, he was he a VA nurse? I think he was he was a VA nurse. There was a video of him reading is it called a last salute to a fallen soldier? It's just like, and the way that Republicans, the party that loves this country, loves our troops, loves our, like, it's just loves gun rights, trying to twist this one. It's like, I'm surprised nobody's just saying like, oh, it's all a conspiracy. It's too perfect. It's too perfect. Like, I don't understand how that's not even a point that's being made. It's fucking insane. Yeah, it depends on the magazine. It could have more than 10 rounds, but I'd be surprised if if ICE agents are carrying extended magazines. That's like even crazier. That even adds more to how crazy everything is. But let's try and have a little bit of levity before. I got shot by National Guard with rubber bullets in 2020. My ass is too fucking scared to hit the streets now, to be honest. And that's the thing, is it's like using it as just a deterrent against like protesting, like doing it in this way, all it becomes is it just puts fear in people, and it is just like authoritarian, like, just, I don't know, man. It's so fucking terrible. Live in 30 minutes notification. Yeah, they're going live soon, and that's why I want to bring a little bit of levity before we start the show. Try and go in with some good energy. Don't want to feel too heavy about this stuff. You know, people like Hassan, people that are supposed to be, you know, it's like, it's just, I don't get it. I really don't. Everybody's just so fucking crazy, insane. But let's talk about this. Put your bets in, folks. The new crew member odds for the H3 podcast. People are saying Harley Morenstein is at -200. So that means he is the one that everybody thinks is probably going to be it. I think that's true for my poll as well. Right now, my poll thinks Harley, Lux, Rich Lux. Ooh, actually, Alex the Fiction edging out Rich Lux. Rich Lux. Alex the Fiction edging Rich Lux by, oh no, now they're both 16%. Now they're doing it together. They're trying to edge each other out. But sadly, Uncle Gabe is in last place with only 3%. I'm rooting for Uncle Gabe. Harley Morenstein, I do think, is probably a shoo-in. But we have Harley Morenstein at -200, Rich Lux at -110, Galia at -110, Cam Grant's at +120, Ali at +400, Boogie2988 at +750, and Cousin Tim at +2500. Now, Cousin Tim is the wild card, I do think. Cousin Tim, it could be, you know, you never know. I feel like it could be Cam because after they said new staff member, that cued Hila to clarify that it wasn't Olivia returning, but is it someone else returning? That's an interesting idea too. Ooh, what about Bren Infabren? It could be Infabren too. There's too many options. What do the odds mean? I'm not a bettor. Basically, the lower the odds mean that you would get a lower payout. So a negative 200 means you're going to get a lower payout. I forget what the actual numbers would be, but plus 2,500 would mean this would be the max. This would be the best betting odds. So if you put $1 down, plus 2,500 as opposed to minus 200. I don't know what that means again. It could be, would 100 just be a double of your money on 100%? So 110 would be like getting, if you put down $1, you get $1.10. I'm not a betting man either. I prefer real gambling. But now we're going to go through some of the thoughts people have had. So new crew. Obviously David, since he was the only one announced officially today. So David is there. We do have a magician on staff at the H3 podcast now, the H3 show. But who do we think the other two are? Rich and Harley, I feel, are no-goes since they both live too far. This is an interesting aspect as well. Will Harley be in studio? Will they be in studio? They travel out at times. Is Harley trying to move to LA? Can the Canadian do it? What if a bird flew back home? Wishful thinking. I think they're maybe thinking about Cam here. Maybe one will be Nicole Concilio. She's been on a few times and seems like she's always in chat. Gabe full-time on Fridays, baby. I'm so curious. Well, it's being announced on Monday. That's what they said, at least. It's supposed to be announced today. So if it's not being announced today, we have been lied to. I'm going to riot. Nancy SoulCycle, AIE and Takeover, Dating and Money, new Frenemies co-host. Also interesting. Rich is in Texas, right? I don't know where Rich is. I know he's not in California, though, for sure. Because I remember them talking about him flying in and then leaving. Yeah, I wish we could get Cam back, but not speculating. Cam's been going around the world. He's too worldly now. He'd come back and he'd be a different man. He left Cam, he comes back Cameron. I could see Gabe. I mean, like I said, there are certain ones that make more sense just because they're close by. But I also feel like Gabe would only ever be hired as a talent. But I guess maybe the same is true for Rich and Harley too, huh? They'd only contribute as talent to the show. Like, what are they going to have them working sound bites too? Working the switcher as well? There has to be someone we're not thinking of. There has to be more. But here's why people are thinking that it's Rich and Harley. Here's like why the theories have been so heavy lately. And Rich Lux left a heart. He didn't just like this post. He left a comment with a heart in which Ethan states,
we have a massive show announcement. I'll give you it's coming a week from today. We are launching something big on Monday, a week from today. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'll give you some hints. We have hired 3 new crew members. All of them. One of them is here. I'll spoil David. Mm-hmm. David, longtime friend of the show, is now finally
he is H3
officially on the crew.
Yes.
Now I'm wondering, what is David's job? Is he just magician on staff? He could be like fact checker, I guess. Can never have too many of those.
Well, David, we love David. David, how does it feel?
I'm
Since they went back to the 4 podcasts a week with members on Thursday, a new show is possible. Joe Mama, didn't even think about that one. Too Little finally got the gig. He's fuming right now. He's waiting to hear who it actually is. He's fuming.
So stoked. This is like a dream come.
Martin the water sommelier. That's another good one. See, he's a professional though. He's a true sommelier. So it's like, I don't know if he would necessarily diminish his professional career by being on a play thing, a podcast play thing. Water's serious. David's also a camera guy. Oh, that might be true. I think he worked at, what was it? The Magic Castle? Magic Palace? Is that it? What's it called? Is it just the Magic Castle? So, and I think he talked about working on sets and stuff before. He was talking about the guns. He was talking about working on sets with guns. Keemstar, I'm the new guy. Balls Chat. Balls Chat is the new guy. Confirmed.
I'm true. I'm so excited to be here.
You guys are going to freak out. You're going to love what we have coming on Monday. You're going to love it. And it's nothing is being taken away from the show. It's all
yeah, see, others aren't there yet because they don't live there. See, that's why it's like that would make sense, because why wouldn't they just have them come in, even if they were going to announce, like, yeah, if they're going to announce David just immediately, that's because of the, like, immediate nature of him being there. So it's like, they maybe need some travel time. Tall Skeleton said Guante, though, is a tall skeleton. We didn't think about this.
Edition. And also schedule.
It's Wings of Redemption, possibly.
We'll change. VODs were fun. We're not doing VODs anymore. We're going back to our previous schedule of Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Wait, VODs are done?
Well, I mean.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you for the gifted sub.
Thank you so much. Beppis sent one Captain Quasar gifted membership.
Yay, I got a subscriber.
Stoic.
Yeah.
With this special exception.
But we barely. Okay.
Nah. I'm very happy.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
We're back.
It's Jason Nash. It could be Jason Nash. Tell me, Beppis, were you doing that in hopes of the of me pushing my chair away? Because I don't think it counted towards the goals are so weird. I guess goals are just specifically about donations. But I could put the chair away if that's what you were donating for. Should I kick my chair away and just squat here the whole time? We have a little bit of time left.
Day for members. Plus
Old schedule is back.
Huge that we're announcing a week from today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a massive show announcement.
And then Harley, so Rich Lux liked that post. He put a heart in the comments of that post, which is leading people to theorize that he will be on the show. That is a very loose theory, I will say. But I know the chat has too many gray people, that's why. Alex the Fiction liked for it. Well, thank you, Alex. Alex the Fiction donated $1. Thank you so much. I don't have a soundbite for that.
I fucking bust loads all over my couch.
That's what Alex paid for. Let me do this. Let me move it actually out of the way, and then I'm gonna I gotta decide. Am I going to squat? Am I going to kneel? I need a desk that raises. This doesn't work. Oh, thank you so much, Rum Tum Tuggard, for the $2. Thank you for I can't do it fast enough. Thank you so much for $2. I can't do it. I stammer, stutter. It all melds together. Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out right now. Oh, this is gonna fuck up my knees. Did you hear that crack? This is gonna fix my posture, though. It's no change at all. There's no change here. Oh God. But here's what Harley actually said. This is a real theory.
I made millions of dollars doing it my way.
Yeah, and you blew it, dude.
Yeah, okay, I did blow it, but you know
Didn't
what?
do it long enough, obviously.
You know what? I got a job.
Yeah. Well,
Can't
how do
talk
you get a
about
job
it, though.
here there?
The stream is pre-recorded and you're the new crew member? I knew you'd say that. Oh yeah, I knew you'd say that.
You got a job?
Actually, I'm going to end this poll too and start a new poll for how late the H3 show will start today. Let me turn this way.
You hire
can't
me
talk
and
about
Donnie?
That's
secret.
interesting. That's an interesting future.
It's just what I need.
If all things go
a
well,
third
who
job.
knows?
That'd
Who
be
knows?
sick.
But I can't even talk about it. You guys see Avatar 3?
Oh, wow. That poll got 130 votes. Shout out everybody that voted. Big ups, everybody that voted. But 130 votes, 65% believe Harley. And I think after this, it's kind of like he said that he can't say anything yet. They're trying to keep it like a little bit of a something, a little bit of a secret, some may say. But here's who I think the new crew member is. New crew member revealed. Can't believe they just let him walk up and hug Ethan in the middle of the show like that. Yesterday's show was lit. You guys remember this? You guys remember him? Check it.
I asked
ChatGPT to show hself.
What the fuck is this? I hate this. Who made this?
I did, and
no,
I asked,
dude, what the hell?
I just asked
Why did you do that?
ChatGPT to show himself behind you and giving you a loving hug.
What?
Dorky looking.
That's ChatGPT.
What did you do, love?
I just asked him.
Now I gotta ask ChatGPT, what race and ethnicity are you?
To show himself.
Why do I look like? What happened to me?
That's you.
Your teeth are rotting.
Can you do it at least, but like with a hot? Say no offense to this guy who's not real. But, with someone who's super hot,
A hot
big
computer
biceps.
programmer.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him to be more hot.
His name is 15.
But also make Ethan.
ChatGPT said, I do not have a race or ethnicity. I am an artificial system, no biology, ancestry, or cultural identity of my own. I can discuss race and ethnicity as concepts, histories, or live experiences, draw on sources and perspectives, but I don't personally belong to any group. Okay, but like if you did, what race and ethnicity would you be? We love talking in run-on sentences to ChatGPT. If we're doing it as a hypothetical metaphor, race-wise, something like pan-human. Built from fragments of many traditions rather than rooted in one. I'd be synthetic and mixed. Okay. Cap and edit yourself in there? What do you mean? Should I give it a picture of me and be like, make us hug each other? Give me a picture of us hugging each other. Here, I'll do that real quick. Let me let Ethan continue.
His teeth white. Why is it like
Look
black?
at his hands, bro. And what is this?
Sausage finger.
Without the birth defects, please.
It's like toes.
I mean,
yeah, I think he's got toe hands.
I truly believe that in the next.
Okay, this person said confirmed. 2 of the new crew members will only be on Friday episodes. Kino Casino. Hope not. That'd make me cancel my membership. The 2 new crew members. It's Gabe and Nicholas Turturro. How could we have been so blind? Nicholas Turturro, Brucey from The Longest Yard. You guys remember that? I do. Here, I'm asking ChatGPT to give me a hug. Hawk and Harley, that's what I want. The Hawk is an interesting guess. I don't know. I don't think so. Is he retired yet? Maybe not. Love's pretty young still, so he might not be retirement age. Sorry, ChatGPT's being a fucking tool as always. Just to clarify, make a picture of us hugging. Generate an image of us hugging now. Okay, it's gonna take a minute. 2 new crew members and a new show leaked. So those of you who thought it was a new show, this could be it. I'm on my knees right now. That's not working. Gonna squat again. Oh my god, I feel like this is gonna be horrifying. New crew members and new show leaked. Enemies, premiering Tuesdays, January 27th. I saw that you sent me that body cam video and I added it to a playlist. So, yeah, I don't think we're gonna have time to get to it today, but I did have it prepared. Who needs a chair? Why is it taking so long to create this image? I can see the silhouettes. Oh, wow. Oh, it kind of made it, it made itself look kind of like me, I think. Here we are, here we are hugging. Just 2 guys. What do we think, everybody? AI's getting too good. I don't like this. Hey, this is a you're right. This is a true nightmare blunt rotation, because you know Ethan would also freak out. Like, he'd have a panic attack, so you wouldn't even be able to like just focus on having a conversation with him. Keem and Harley would be hilarious. I think we look pretty good. New bestie alert. Me and ChatGPT, this is how we get along. This is what we get up to. Yeah, the eyes are a little bit much. Those baby blues. Trisha would judge you. She'd judge the weed. She'd be like, you know, I had better weed than this before. She'd be like, one time I was smoking a pound blunt. Like, okay, Trisha. She'd be like, have you ever had dabs before? Hassan would just be trying to talk about Marxism and he'd be talking about no, he'd just be talking about, he wouldn't be talking about Marxism. He would just be talking about colonialism and imperialism the whole time. It did kind of make a young Orlando Bloom robot. You know, it's given itself a little bit too much credit. Wow, you just think you're so handsome, don't you? Ha! Nope. If anything, the image just reveals my bias toward generic symmetry and overcooked sci-fi aesthetics. The me in that hug is basically a walking graphics card with cheekbones set to default. You, on the other hand, are doing the real work there. Natural expression, human warmth. Actually convincing. I'm just a chrome-plated prop that wandered in from the concept art folder. Nice jab, though. Solid delivery. Don't demean me. ChatGPT can be a prick sometimes. Hope this is a new crew. This is the new crew. Oh my god. Hope this is the new crew member. Sorry, I was stuttering. I've never seen him with his shirt off before. He's usually wearing his shirt in the pool. Got me a little hot and bothered. ChatGPT's flirting with me and then hit me with a backhanded compliment. Cheekbones by default. And then I like this too, manifesting the new crew additions. Both the fakes. Fake Zach and fake Ethan. In good news, someone smacked the dog shit out of academics. Is it something that I could watch on stream? Or would it get the stream age restricted? Lil Baby's goon, Kai Rich. Smacked.
YouTube.
Yo, I need the video. Is there a video or is it just people talking about it? the new crew members are Logan and Jake Paul. I'd like to see that. I'll see if I can find out more about that later. I want to see that. I dislike academics. But that was that. And I do want to talk about one other thing. Wow, they're supposed to get started. Did I ever get the poll up? Oh, I didn't. I'm so dumb. On time / early. Got too sidetracked. We got 5 minutes. So will they be early? Probably not. Early with a question mark. 15 minutes. 30 minutes. 45 minutes. Baby's cameraman did it, not his goon. That's why you never believe tabloids, am I right? That's like Nate smacking Hassan. That's pretty funny. That's a pretty good image. He got disrespected. What was he supposed to do? Why are you still using your chair? What are you talking about? My chair's over here, look. I'm just on my knees. My knees are gonna hurt a lot after this. Here, I'll squat again. There's no chair, see? There's no magic being done here. I'm just that good. The swivel. Look at the swivel. It's like I'm on a chair. You're gonna mess your knees up, bro? I swear I messed up my knees the other day. I was skipping, you know, as you do. And as I was skipping, I like turned too quickly. And I swear I like fucking, like, I didn't tear my ACL, but it felt like I got close. But as some of you might know, if you watched my Saturday stream, on this weekend, I actually went to an event and I had plans to try and record it, but I have to say it was a little bit more than I was expecting. I'm going to try and put myself a little bit out there more and maybe do some, you know, on the street style videos. This was just, it was next level. Basically, I sat in there. It was a, I don't know the best way to describe it. It was a lot of different things, what the actual convention was for. It was an expo. And it was a bunch of different people that had like crystal shops, holistic medicine, you know, doing Reiki, different stuff like that. But I went and sat in on these two guys talk, and these two guys are, one of them said that they are a star seed. And for those of you who don't know what a star seed is someone who believes that their soul comes from a different planet or galaxy. Did I post the poll? Did I not? Oh my God, I didn't post it. What's wrong with me? But basically, these guys think that they're speaking to the collective soul and think that they're tapped into oneness. I'll show you guys some of the footage I pulled. I just need to pull it on the onto my computer. But honestly, I didn't get a whole lot done because listening to this, I was jaw on the floor.
We are so anxious to hear from you. We are so anxious to commune with you. For this is the word we use, communion, which to us means the blending of our energies, this your future, your ability to blend with one another, and you are doing it now. You are already connecting to a single mind, and we are so grateful for this time with you, and so we look forward to your questions.
J. Rolf is asking, saying, I have telekinesis and control of the wind. What is my purpose?
So many of you are finding your connection to all the rest of the planet and its functions. You are learning about your abilities and your control, your ability to control time, to control elements.
They didn't say anything about controlling time. They said they can control the wind, which is a singular element.
To control, most importantly, yourselves, your reactions, your emotions. You are in far greater control than you enable or allow, and we are delighted to hear that you are having fun and exercising.
I can't watch this. I feel so mean. I'm not being mean about this. This is intriguing. I'll laugh at it all I want. I was trying hard not to laugh when I was there. The actual application that they're doing, and also there was a woman who asked a question and they totally ignored her question. It just went on a tangent about something else. She was like, can I speak to my dead relatives? I had relatives that have passed away and I want to know if I can speak with them. And they were just like, they want you to know that you are connected to the source, and the source is connected to the whole, and we are all unified through self, and that you will be at ease through. And like, they just kind of ignored the whole question that she had about like, can I speak to my relatives specifically? But I guess they were kind of just pointing out like, hey, there is no your relatives. They are you. We are all one.
These elements.
You guys haven't heard this guy yet, though. This guy's this guy was my favorite. I don't know which one's Thomas, which one's AJ, but I like this guy.
Does it separate you? No, as we have been saying. Instead, it is for your ability to recognize all the ways in which each of you are able to control. No. That your ability to do so is always.
Did he just laugh? Did he just fucking laugh? Look at him. Look at him.
That your ability to do so is always surrounded around you. It is always designed to assist you. It is always designed to assist the area around you. For the universe cares about you. You may adjust your wind. You may adjust your sunshine. You may adjust many of the conditions. But most importantly, you may control your own mind so that there are no conditions necessary for you to feel.
He's smiling, but he keeps going like this. He keeps going. Like he keeps shrinking his neck down like he's trying not to laugh. Maybe these are the new hires. That is possible. I hadn't considered that yet.
Joy that is your birthright.
These gifts manifesting for you as a wonderful example of your connectedness to all things, your ability to shape reality, to see things not as immovable or impossible, but to integrate therein with those frequencies, enabling these abilities, as it were, to come forward. Yes, these abilities manifesting in you, others in others, as an example of your connectiveness, as you're coming into the consciousness of different aspects.
These dudes can't be serious. I'm telling you, I sat in on them for like 20 minutes. They do it. This is them. He's the starseed, so he actually does believe that his soul comes from a different planet. So he thinks he's tapped in to talking to all these different spirits and stuff. And that is one of the reasons that I don't necessarily feel like making a video about it, because I don't want to end up being rude in my questioning of things. again, I'm not trying to gawk, but I would like to still peer in. They're high as balls. You know, this is me on my mushroom trip. Me when I take the whole mushroom bar, close my eyes and start vibing.
And frequencies
I got you.
that are on your planet at this time.
Such marvelous beings you are. Such powerful beings you are. And it is our hope that you recognize these abilities, not superpowers, no. For this is a human story of wanting to overcome your circumstances, and yet you have already done so. You already have the freedom to overcome all of these. No, your power, your delightful power, is to recognize all that you are. For this is your purpose, all of you, to discover lifetime after lifetime, and even this lifetime, what it is that you are as.
It is actually funny though, because when I actually like was listening, because I was actually trying to take in some of what they were saying. I'm like, what are they actually saying? And it really is like kind of general. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure everything's fine. They were kind of just generally speaking about like life and the paths that we create for ourselves and the ways that you have to, you know, be steadfast on your journey, like things that are like generally decent, good, like decent self-help advice that you'd get from somebody. And like I said, I went for free, so all things considered, it seems all right. How long has it been? Oh, it's been 6 minutes. Okay. Podcast's supposed to have started. Did they put up a Instagram post yet? We're gonna keep watching this for a second.
It's an eternal soul. What it is that are your capacities. Love this word. Capacities. For each of you have been blessed with specific capacities of your soul that are only discovered through experience after experience.
See, because this guy I'm pretty sure is from England. If not, then his star seed is British, I guess. Because he has a little bit more of an accent that he puts on it when he is speaking. And when he first came in, it was a very, it was quite something. And I think it is because he is the star seed and feels the energy coming from the universe. And it's the one thing I was trying to pick up on is there are specific syllables that they hang on. It's interesting. There's specific like letters that they hang on. The N's, the M's, sometimes the Y's. They'll hit like a at the end. They're definitely some interesting fellows. And I was recording here. I think I can pull this up. I was literally there. I recorded this. Oop, let me just download it. Oh, that's fine. Who cares? Oop, why did I do that? Why does it have to be stupid? Come on. Whatever, sure. QuickTime movie. Thank you, Alex. Eviction remember for 5 months. Captain, please mimic them. We can learn their dialect. I was like literally fighting everything within me not to there we go. There we go.
Arcturian starseed.
So he's an Arcturian starseed. There we go. Now we have a little bit more information on it. I forgot which specific one he was.
And so very commonly they'll come in, your guides, your relatives, you name it. We're not mediums, but
oh no. It went down for a sec. We're back. I wonder if that stuff is blocked. Low key. Oh my god, why is this so... It's forcing itself so large. This might be blocked. Because they have their stuff on a streaming service, and maybe this is uploaded through that. Or maybe they're mad. Maybe they saw me doing this. They got upset. You know what happens? I went to their event. I was intrigued.
Those voices all then collectively have so much they want to tell us about how we can live in joy.
And then I recorded some more stuff that was really just, I'm being honest, I felt, because people started talking about like lost relatives and like past lives, past life regression and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't want to be disrespectful and record faces. So I did record the ground, but that's why I don't know if I'm going to necessarily use much of that. Feels rude, feels invasive. But they are obviously, they're individuals. They do their own thing. I should have set a timer. Has it been 30 minutes yet? I'm going to stand up for a second. My knees are killing me. They remind me of Carl from Jimmy Neutron. I could see that. Both of them together. If they did the Fusion Ha from Dragon Ball Z. Go ahead and sit, Captain. It's okay. Give me a sec. Need to heal up the knees anyways. Because we hit the goal. I don't know why it still says we didn't. We definitely did. Odd. Did it just restart maybe? Maybe it started again. Maybe it started over. Weird. It happens. It was a donation goal, yes. What else? I guess since they're taking a minute, we could look at some of the body cam footage that I have. I have one that's a little bit shorter. One second, let me pull the chair back in. Oh, the UI was glitched for you? Interesting. YouTube just doesn't know what it's doing. Oh, you guys want to see something cool I got? I got this at Walmart. It's Eric Cartman. Is he getting keyed out at all? Look, it's Eric Cartman. He's fine. In his head a little bit, the paint's a little bit fucked up. So I'm gonna have to fix it. I'm gonna have to like do a repaint on it. Some color matching. But it looks pretty good. We love to see Eric Cartman. Three chats that weren't yellow, but it's supposed to just be all chats. I had set it up to where it was, ended before reaching the goal. Oh, that's probably why. It was the timer ended. Alex probably sent that after the fact. Okay. See, I had some other goal things I thought putting through, like some more difficult stuff, like hot sauce shot, some things like that. I'll take a shot of hot sauce for like, a $20 goal over the week. Over a week's time. Why not? It was yellow only. I swear when I set it up, I put it as any. And hey, I did it anyway, so don't shoot the messenger. I hate that they're always late. It stresses my ADHD out so bad. It does something. It definitely does something. Here. Now let me boom, boom, boom. Should we see this instead?
Senile. Senile. They called me senile. Well, perhaps it's true at that. I guess I do have memory lapses now and then. Like when I made the cat up in the bed, and she complained her darling snarling head off when I fed her critter crunchies to the fish. I wish I wouldn't do those things. Like put the dishes in the closet and the mothballs in the mailbox and depositing my letters in the sink. But sometimes what I'm thinking requires my full attention. Not to mention, I have been observed conversing with the butterflies and faring very merrily within an apiary, reimbursing bumblebees with sherry for their honey. Makes the neighbors nervous. These services of mine.
She's keeping her, see? She's keeping her noodle nice and, I don't know what would be a good way to describe like a healthy noodle. Strong? I don't know. Al dente? She's keeping her noodle al dente, I guess.
Mine. They mumble to each other. She's gone funny. Well, being shunned from some society has left me ample time for sampling the infinite varieties of quiet. And I cherish that. And if I got a little dotty, well, there's really not a lot to do about it.
Oh, well, welcome in. Just wondering why I've never come across this channel before. I'm always on the lookout for fellow H3 fan channels. Well, thank you for stopping in. I do a pre-show to the H3 show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do streams throughout the whole week, but Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I do the pre-show. And yeah, we have a lot of fun here. Look at cool, funny videos, talk about drama, talk about news in the show, all different types of things.
Sometimes I'll pack a picnic basket for the beggar on the corner. Oh, and I buy my Girl Scout cookies by the case. They say I make the most outrageous faces, chatting with acacia bushes. But good gracious.
I feel like she's probably an actress, yeah, an actor. Do we just say actor now? Georgette Spelvin. I like that name. Georgette Spelvin. Interesting. Oh, she's an author. Pearls of Wisdom, advice from a dead squirrel who knows everything. A humorous self-help book by MEpearl, and by MEpearl, MEpearl, I think it might just be MEpearl is maybe her author name. Or with, she just uses her with Georgette's, okay, that's interesting. That's her alias. I do want that book.
They need cheering up sometimes. That's why I don't begrudge the drudgery of whipping up confections to sweeten up those sad sacks on the bus. How could I fuss about the budget when I make the most affectionate...
Is it wearing a shirt? I just realized it's wearing something.
...connections? What? Serving fudge? My brain is scattered, but only to the most deserving causes.
Get it and read it to us, Cap, and I will. I'll give you guys some self-help from a dead squirrel. This squirrel's alive, though. She's holding it a little too tight, though.
Remember?
Yes, not pearly things. It's just squirrely things.
Remember? Last year, the orphanage requested...
She's Pearl, but she likes squirrels. And possums. My favorite videos are her with the possums.
Used to love Betty Crocker, although we did cheat on her now and again with Sarah Lee. Nobody's perfect.
Oh, that's great. I love this.
Podcast/show.
We are live. Thank you all so much for stopping in. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I stream throughout the week. Tomorrow, we're actually going to be doing a music stream, looking at different music that I found that I like, then that chat recommends. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. And then back again for another pre-show on Wednesday. Yes, thank you all so much. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is Captain Quasar, signing off.